Uh, it's been several great challenges to save the building, and I mean, the first time was when Mama Joy, along with Brooklyn Legal, their lawyer Jennifer Levy was instrumental in this, and a group called Fury sued the city and won. They did an Article 78 suit about the eminent domain, and they won because the city had not done its proper job in doing the environmental review process. So that was the first major challenge. The second one, which took 17 years to accomplish, is to get landmark protection for the building. So that's the one on February 2nd, 2021. The city finally said, okay, we are. This is landmark, so it's covered under the Landmark Preservation Commission rules, which means you can't change the facade. There's very tight protections of this. I should mention that there are so this was the challenge that we had for a long time, is that the way the Landmark Preservation Commission works is they usually only look at the physical characteristics of the building. They don't care who lived there or what happened there. But that's actually not the law. The law says that the social significance of a building is a very legitimate and reason. It's part of their purpose to save buildings that have importance in social impact as well, not just because of the architectural details. So this was I think it's the only building in representing African American history that has been saved because of its importance. I think we'll have another one coming up. Or no, I think may have already had a second one. Let me correct myself. There's been a second building that has been landmarked because of its social purposes, and that's it's actually connected history and built the same year. Interestingly, the Colored School Number 4, as it was called, on West 17th Street, which was a very important African American school. So even though the law is that if something has a social significance, it should get landmarked. If it's meets the criteria, which this did. This is almost never used, and almost never do they recognize Black history when they do that. So that was the second thing, and now. So the problem we have now is because of a case of deed fraud. So a developer, there's also deed fraud. So essentially, Mama Joy Chattel was wonderful in many things, but she got smooth talked into putting somebody else on the deed of the property. And they said, okay, we're going to fix the property up, and then you'll be able to have your business, and maybe rent out some things, and if it doesn't work out, we'll put our name on the deed. So, unfortunately, or by design, the work that was done was we think probably intentionally bad. So she was not able to live up to the obligations, and through that, she lost lost title to the building. So now the New York City owns the property, and that's bringing you back to the introduction. So now that the Economic Development Corporation wants to have their vision of the property, they can do what they want. They have actually not let us into the building for a number of years at this point, so we can't even go back in. They won't let us inspect it or even look in the window. This community engagement process that's going to be coming up is going to be very critical, because they can decide to do what they want with the building. We have a very clear vision, and that actually our vision has not changed for over 20 years. So it needs to be a cultural destination. Museum is one word. Museum has certain criteria, but we want to turn it into a cultural center that celebrates this history and that acts as a refuge for now that every other part of Black history, old and new, is being in the process of erased of downtown Brooklyn, or much of it has been erased. We need to have a refuge that people can feel welcome in their own city and in their own borough.